For what purpose does the gentleman from Florida seek recognition?
Mr. Chairman, I have a less apocalyptic amendment at the desk.
The clerk will report the less apocalyptic amendments.
Amendment offered by Mr. Grayson of Florida, page 9, line 16. After the dollar amount, insert increase by $2,800,000.
Pursuant to House Resolution 661, the gentleman from Florida and the member opposed each will control 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like a few more dimes and nickels for the Tax Counseling for the Elderly program. The Tax Counseling for the Elderly program offers free tax help to individuals who are age 60 years old or older. I'm not there yet, but I hope to be there one day. Cooperative grant agreements are entered into between the IRS and eligible organizations to provide tax assistance to elderly taxpayers. The funds provided by the IRS are used by organizations to reimburse volunteers for their out-of-pocket expenses, including transportation, meals, and other expenses incurred by them in providing tax counseling assistance at locations convenient to the taxpayers. Now, this is very important because what we're saying here is that this money leverages volunteer help. There are tens of thousands of volunteers all around the country, including in my district in Orlando, that rely upon this funding to be able to provide the services that are needed by our elderly citizens. The good things about my proposal here, Mr. Chairman, is that we're not taking this money, this $2.8 million, from any other account. Rather, there is a $2.13 billion account for taxpayer services, and this simply adds the carve-out from that total for tax counseling for the elderly. Now, let's think about this. There are over 50 million seniors who qualify around the country for this program. That is 1/4 of our adult population. But the percentage of this account for taxpayer services, this $2 billion account, is not 1/4 for this program. It's not even 1% for this program. It is 1/4 of 1% of the total amount that we're allocating here for taxpayer services. 1/4 of 1%. I modestly propose that we increase that amount from 1/4 of 1% to 3/8 of 1%. Yes.
I think that tax counseling for the elderly is very important, and I'm happy to accept your amendment.
Well, then I'm happy to accept your acceptance of this amendment. I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Chairman. I yield the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields back. The question is on the amendment offered by the gentleman from Florida. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. The amendment is agreed to.